Okay, let's spend some time with the Word. Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 24. We just read 36 to 44. Okay? Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 24, 36 to 44.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
but of that exact day and hour no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, nor the Son in his humanity, but the Father alone. For the coming of the Son of Man, the Messiah, will be just like the days of Noah. For as in those days before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the very day when Noah entered the ark. And they did not know or understand until the flood came and swept them all away. So will the coming of the Son of Man be, unexpected judgment. At that time 2 men will be in the field. One will be taken and one will be left. 2 women will be grinding at the mill. One will be taken and one will be left. So be alert, for you do not know which day, whether near or far, your Lord is coming. But understand this, if the head of the house had known what time of the night the thief was coming, he would have been on the alert and would not have allowed his house to be broken into. Therefore, you who follow me must also be ready, because the Son of Man is coming at an hour when you do not expect him.
Hallelujah. Thank you. The Son of Man is coming at an hour you do not expect. Okay? So, I want to start with, probably a few verses in the beginning of Matthew 24. Okay, I'll just quickly browse that. You can keep your finger there and we'll see how the Lord leads. Okay, so Jesus was walking with the disciples in Jerusalem. Okay, and that temple which Herod built was an amazing sight. Scholars says that if that temple was there, that would have been one of the wonders, 7 wonders that we have. That temple in Jerusalem would have been one of the wonders. 7 or 8 wonders.
Which Solomon built.
This is not Solomon's temple,
No,
it's Herod's temple. It's a replica of Solomon. Solomon would have been even better. That was been, if there was one wonder, it would have been Solomon's temple. So this is a replica which Herod built. So by seeing that building and all, people are so amazed to be at Jerusalem. So Jesus also was walking there. And then the disciples, as they were walking, asking, Jesus, you see this beautiful building? Isn't it wonderful? Something like, we take our children outside and see those architecture and those beautiful sights. Sometimes thinking like Burj Khalifa or, this thing, and we're telling our children, we all say that, na? We're so excited to say it. So this excitement is what the disciples had when taking Jesus. But Jesus immediately said something. Okay? Just read verse 3, verse 2, which is, verse 2.
24 verse 2.
Yeah. Maybe from 1 you can read. Then Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and disciples came up to show him the buildings of the temple. Something like they were like so amazed. That time when all the disciples are thinking, this is the place where we are going to rule. And Jesus is going to rule the world from this temple. And we are going to be his associates. They're like, come Jesus, let's show us. Let's show the temple. See verse 2, what is happening?
And he said to them, do you see all these things? I assure you and most solemnly say to you, not one stone here will be left on another, which will not be torn down.
Okay, now, what Jesus is immediately telling is, okay, Madira, Nurda, they were shocked. One, they were shocked. Second, they never said that. Never, that's not going to happen. You are the Messiah, you want to rule here. They never said that. Because the Messiah himself is telling that this is going to go. Then they are like, okay, verse 3.
While Jesus was seated on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately and said, tell us, when will this destruction of the temple take place? And what will be the sign of your coming and of the end completion of the age?
Okay, now listen to this. Jesus made that statement, everything will fall. Their perspective changed. And then Jesus was as usual, speaking to the crowds, whatever it is. And when they got a private time, this thing was there in their mind. They went and asked Jesus, Jesus, tell us when this is going to happen. Because you have changed our perspective. Now, why I'm telling you first is, now in this time, we all keep hearing things like, this is only for a short period of time. And we've been hearing this for long. For example, I still remember after the recession, when the recession happened, all the churches said, this is only a short period of time. And many of these so-called prophets came and said, God is going to multiply, blah, 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 all those things. We're now doing this coronavirus outbreak also. People are telling that. Some of them are even proclaiming dates. May it be true, I don't mind. God is going to end this up very fast. Then it's going to be moments of refreshment, revival, and blessings. And people will be so happy after hearing that. Because that is what people want to hear. That's what people love to hear. But Jesus would never say that. The Bible exactly says the other way around. Things are getting worse. We need to understand that. And that is what Jesus is easily telling us. So when that question is raised, so first thing what you have to understand here is, we are in the presence of the Lord, we are in the hand of the Lord. Our destiny is not a fulfilled life here on earth. Our destiny is to be with Him in heaven. The songs that we sang now, last stanza which we sang in Sweet Hour of Prayer, it says farewell, sweet hour of prayer. Which means that I keep praying here. There I am going to see Him face to face. So that is our aim, that is our destiny. So in this world, we'll always have problems, and that's what Jesus always said. Okay, so first thing what you have to understand is things are not actually getting better, things will only get worse. Now this coronavirus outbreak has happened. Now I was just in the morning looking around history. Okay, there were many plagues, there were many epidemics. In the 14th and the 15th century, there was a death called as a Black Death. 60% of entire Europe died. 50 million people died in the 15th century. But the epidemics were less as compared to this year. Now, when 2000 started, I just read through that. It is a detailed account of WHO, United Nations, who sent this report. Okay, from 2000 to 2020, 67 epidemics have happened. 67 epidemics have happened already. I feel these 67 epidemics is much more than what happened in the other 100 years, 19th century, 20th century. The number of people getting dead is less as compared to the previous centuries. But epidemics are increasing. Ebola, Nipah, Zika, then there are other kinds of epidemics, disease like, how many of you remember chikungunya?
Yes.
It happened. The same thing happened also in Africa, in Europe, and many places. So what do we learn from here? This will only keep increasing. Why? Read through. Okay, Matthew 24. I'll just quickly browse through that because I want to speak on something else. I'll come there very quickly. This is as an introduction. I'm just reading through, okay? Verse 4, chapter 24, verse 4. First thing, they asked, what are the end of the sign? Jesus answered and said to them, take heed that no one deceives you. Number one, many will come and deceive you, saying that everything is good. Many will come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and will deceive many. You will hear of wars, rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines, pestilences. What is happening now is kind of pestilence, and earthquakes in various places. And these are the beginning of sorrows. I want to stress on that. First, what Jesus is telling is, do not be deceived. Many will come and say, I am Christ. Now, listen to me very carefully. Deception is happening within the church. One person coming here and telling you, I am Jesus Christ, 100% sure none of you would believe that. Right? So what does Jesus mean here? He's not going to come and say, I am a false prophet. Okay? Definitely you will tell me. He's not going to come and say, what you read in the scriptures is not the actual Jesus, I am the Jesus. We will never believe that because we are the church. So what is Jesus meant here? Simple. A person or a preacher or a messenger who gives the message and he takes glory for himself, he is a false Christ. Understood? Glory always belongs to the Lord. Glory always belongs to Jesus. When that person takes the glory of Jesus to himself, he is a false Christ. You don't need to think otherwise. You need to discern this very carefully. What Jesus mentioned is, do not go after these guys. Okay? Then he says, all these things will happen, and these are only the beginning of sorrows. The beginning of sorrows is nothing but, it's like beginning of labor pain. A woman, when she is going to give birth, in a first, the pain is less. Then it increases, then it increases, then it increases, it keeps increasing. So based on this, what Jesus said, from the beginning of century till now, it was less, increasing, and now we are the 20th century, it keeps on increasing. What is the end of this result? After the pain, mother will give birth to a baby, and she forgets the pain, and that's what we are waiting for. We are waiting for the coming of Jesus Christ. And all our pains and troubles go off. Only on that day. Until then, you will continuously have sorrows. You will continuously have troubles. Now this is not to scare you. The church, after knowing this, that there are troubles, there are sufferings, there are issues, we have to be joyful. That's why Paul says, rejoice in the Lord always. When the trial, one more thing we have to understand is, God's wrath is not on the church. He will never do that. God's judgment, as we said, it is there, but it is not on the church. But you will be disciplined. These two are two different things, okay? Hebrews 12 says about disciplining. For example, Passover. You may lose a job. Why? It is not God's judgment. It's God's discipline on you, so that you learn and come back. Anything. You are waiting for the promotion and you may not get it. It's again a disciplining method of God. It's not a God's judgment. It's to learn. I have once over that many times. That's why I'm telling you. Okay, so let me continue. So what I want to say is, these are the things which he starts off. And now he's comparing that, as we read. What I want to share today is about the days of Noah. Okay, that's what we read. On the day and hour, no one knows, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. It's telling about the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ. As the days of Noah were, so also will be the coming of the Son of Man. What is happening in the day of Noah? Verse 38.
For as in those days before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the very day when Noah entered the ark.
Now listen to this very carefully, it's very intriguing. What did Jesus say? They were eating, drinking, marrying, giving in marriage. Is that wrong? No. Is eating wrong? No. Now what is mentioned here? What did Jesus mean here?
They were living their life.
So what? We need to eat, we need to drink, we need to marry, right? What do you mean by this? You will see that. No. Genesis chapter 6. First one more. Maybe Aaron, you can read. Genesis 6, 1 onwards.
Now it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were beautiful, and they took wives for themselves of all whom they chose. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not strive with man forever, for he is indeed flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years.
Okay. For he is indeed flesh. Okay. Now let's continuously, I'm skipping the rest. Verse 5.
Then the Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intent of thoughts of his heart was only evil.
Now listen to that very carefully. It's not of something which they did. The intent of the thoughts of his heart. Now, what do you read? Now, what is that in Amplified? Verse 5.
The Lord saw that the wickedness, depravity of man was great on the earth, and that every imagination or intent of the thoughts of his heart were only evil continually.
Now listen to that. You know what it means? The intent of the heart, every intent of the thoughts of his heart, he might not or may not do. Maybe the good deeds that that person did, the intention may be wrong. Right? That is what is there. That's see, if you connect both these, what do you mean by this? Simple. They were not spiritual. They were only flesh. That's what we read in verse 3. Correct? He is indeed flesh. That's why God reduced their age to 120 years. Actually, that meaning is different. I'll come there. Because, okay, I'll continue. He was indeed flesh means we, after becoming a Christian, okay, we should understand something. We are to be, we need to have a communion with God. Okay, we need to have a relationship with God. That's why we are Christians, and that is not possible with our flesh. It's possible with our spirit. Okay, what it means is the people gave more priority to the things of the physical or the flesh. That's it. Their first intention was what we eat, what we drink. And I need to marry. That was the first preference. Other than, let's worship the Lord. Okay, should understand one thing. These people should go back in Genesis chapter 4, verse 25. Can you read?
And Adam knew his wife again, and she bore a son and named him Seth. For God had appointed another seed for me instead of Abel, whom Cain killed. And as for Seth, to him also a son was born, and he named him Enosh. The men began to call on the name of the
See
Lord.
that? Then men began to call on the name of the Lord. Now here what is happening is, God has divided the children of Adam into two. One is Abel and Cain. So he had many children. Now Cain and generation were left away from the presence of the Lord. Abel died. They got another son. And that's why he was telling that he is a replacement of Abel. After that, the next verse is, men began to call on the name of the Lord, which means the generation of Seth was worshippers. They were worshipping the Lord. From there comes Enoch. From there comes Methuselah. From there comes Noah. Okay, so I'm just keeping that. Next genealogy, you can read that and understand. So there is one group which is worshipping the Lord. But then what happened is these two groups mixed. Okay, and then instead of the entire community being spiritual, that is first priority giving to God, they gave first priority to the things of the world. That's the only thing here. In other words, some of us has turned out to be in that way. That is what Days of Noah actually means. People are not giving priority to God or their spiritual necessity. I'll make it very simple. I'll give an example. When I was a boy, when I was about to take engineering, my mom made this statement. Mane, Bangalore la bolna. Okay. Nee oru vishwasi. That's the first statement she made. Because in my house, me and my brother, both of us was not baptized, but I was born again. So she told me, she was very scared. So when I went to Bangalore, she said, Mane, nee oru vishwasi. Nee oru veendum janicha paidala. Okay, serve the Lord. And then I would do that. Okay. Now, I'll give another example. Not a pair, they go to church. I'm part of a Sunday church. That person also got admission in Bangalore. Padichona. Trying cash mudaki vidula. No pinne. But you understand the priority. ചർച്ചിൽ പോകുന്നുണ്ടോ? എന്തിന് മമ്മി പറഞ്ഞു എൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് പോകണം ആൾക്കാരെ കാണിക്കാൻ. Our generation has turned out to be as Sunday Christians. That is very dangerous. Very dangerous. I know we are busy with a lot of things. See, now God has given us a lot of time. You cannot say time. Earlier also actually you cannot say you don't have time, to be frank. 24 hours is same for everybody. You ought to find time. Martin Luther, he wrote this statement, today I have a lot of things to do, so I need to spend 3 hours in prayer. He used to say, I have a lot of things to do, let me reduce my time of prayer. You see the priority change? Understood? So don't think like people are so evil at that time. You read in Genesis, you read here, the intent of their thought, that's what is written here. The intent of their thought was evil continuously. നിങ്ങളവിടെ ആരാധിക്കാതെ എനിക്ക് എന്നാ ഗുണം കിട്ടും? പറയത്തില്ല, ഉള്ളിൽ. മനസ്സിലായോ? Okay. I worship God on Sunday, I give my tithe, that's enough. Now don't mind my business. പറയത്തില്ല, but your actions claim that. What is your pursuit for? Is it what do you mean by eating, drinking, and giving in marriages? Simple. Pursuit is for how can I, how can I prosper in this world? How can I stay ahead in this competition in this world? മറ്റവനെക്കാട് ഞാൻ അങ്ങനെ ഫ്രണ്ടിൽ നിൽക്കും. അതിന് കർത്താവിനെ കൂട്ടും പിടിക്കാൻ ചിലപ്പോൾ, if you want to. I've heard some of our Christian believer friends telling me that morning by hook or crook I need a promotion. Hook or crook, that is the word. And they are believers. How many of us are there? And that is what is mentioned in here. That is what the intent of the thought is evil continually. That's what he read in Genesis. Now, but when he sees to go back to Genesis 6, it's not. Share on something there. When God sees Noah, what did God decide after that? Okay, verse 7. Verse 6 is.
The Lord regretted that he had made mankind on the earth, and he was deeply grieved in his heart.
This is very important. Our Lord is not joyfully or happily judging the world. It is out of his grief in his heart. വളരെ വേദനയോടെയാണ് നമുക്ക് ചിന്തിക്കാൻ വലുതായിരുന്നാൽ പോലെ. No, he has to do it. Again, because he is a God of love. God is love means it is love. ആ ലവിൻ്റെ ഭാഗം തന്നെയാണ് wrath of God. Should not forget that. If there is no God's wrath, then he is not a God of love also. You know what I'm trying to tell you? That part should also be there. Adolf Hitler, he massacred around 6 million Jews, including small children. If God says, അറിവില്ലായ്മ കൊണ്ട് ചെയ്തതാണ്, അവനെ അങ്ങ് രക്ഷിക്കാം, കുറച്ച് ശിക്ഷ കൊടുത്ത് രക്ഷിക്കുക എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ആ ദൈവം നല്ല ദൈവമായി. That is not a God of love. Our understanding of love is like, എല്ലാ സഹിക്കുകയും എല്ലാ ക്ഷമിക്കുകയും. അത് കറക്റ്റാണ്. That is what it is. For a Christian, it is when you read 1 Corinthians 13, that is what love means. Okay, but when you come to God, this part should also be there. Otherwise, how can he be a good judge? You should understand, he is also a righteous judge. He is continuously giving the entire world the opportunity to repent, and they are choosing themselves not to repent. It's out of very grief that these people are going to hell. God is not actually pushing them to hell, they are choosing it. ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ തന്നെ ഇവരെയൊക്കെ സ്വർഗത്തിൽ കൊണ്ടുപോയാൽ ഇവർ ചിലപ്പോൾ സ്വർഗം നരകമാക്കും. Because they are so bored. എല്ലാ ദിവസവും കർത്താവിനോട് ഇരിക്കണ്ടേ. If you don't have a relationship, how can you enjoy that there in heaven? You cannot. So, വളരെ സങ്കടത്തോടെ ചെയ്യുന്നൊരു കാര്യമില്ല. So he grieved in his heart when these people believed. So according to the justice of Lord, verse 7. Genesis 6 verse 7.
So the Lord said, I will destroy mankind whom I have created from the surface of the earth.
Mm.
Not only man, but the animals and the crawling things and the birds of the air,
Mm.
because it grieves me, and I regret that I have made them.
Verse 8.
But Noah found favor and grace in the eyes of the Lord.
This is amazing. The entire world is sinning. One man. God is saying, when I look at your face, Noah, I have a smile. Isn't that amazing? The entire world is sinning, and one man, when God looks at his face, he says, you know why? Because he also has the heart of the Lord. This Noah. Okay, that's why it is mentioned in the days of Noah. Come back to Matthew 24. Okay, now, what did Noah do? Okay, we know the story. God told him to make an ark. He did it. Obediently, he did it. You know, it took a lot of time for him to make the ark. 2 Peter, chapter 2. Second Peter, chapter 2, verse 4 onwards.
For if God did not even spare angels that sinned, but threw them into hell, and sent them to pits of gloom to be kept for judgment.
To be kept for judgment. Good. Next.
And if he did not spare the ancient world, but protected Noah, a preacher of righteousness, and with 7 others, when he brought a flood upon the world of the ungodly.
Yeah. Brought the flood on the sea. What does Noah called him Peter? First Peter?
Right.
Preacher of righteousness. So what was he doing while building the ark? You know, he was preaching. What was he preaching?
Righteousness.
Righteousness. What do you mean by that? Get away. God's judgment is going to come. He's going to pour out rain. Till then, there was no rain. People are telling me this guy is mad. What will he do? Noah kept on preaching this. Kept on teaching this. How many years? 120 years. He kept on preaching this. Because he is expecting at least somebody to come in. Somebody to come in. And what amazes me is rain poured out. God told Noah, enter the ark. Okay, that's very amazing. You go back to Genesis 6. Okay, in Genesis. Yeah. We'll come to chapter 7. Okay. First one.
Then the Lord said to Noah, Come into the ark, you with all your household, for you alone I have seen as righteous, doing what is right before me in this generation.
Okay, that's a lot of understanding. You see that this happened after now the ark is ready. Okay, it took a lot of time to build the ark, almost 120 years. He kept on preaching. God is telling, and listen to that word, come into the ark. You notice that?
Come into the ark.
So the ark is built. If somebody has to say come inside means what? He is already in the ark. If he was outside, he should have used the word go inside the ark. I'm going to pour flood. The word is come into the ark. Which means what? The ark which means also he was so pleased what he did. It all depended on how Noah kept on preaching. He was building the ark. You know, one beautiful thing of the Lord is He will never say, deadline that thing. For example, the Lord took the Israelites from Egypt to Israel. It's a 11-day journey. That's it. And God took 40 years. Because these guys are not prepared. Enter the place. 40 years are Qatar. They had to face these enemies, RFI, prepare. They were not prepared. Murmuring, all things are happening. Noah kept on preaching. And God actually gave them 120 years. That is the meaning of that verse. My spirit shall not, verse 3, shall not strive with man forever, for he is indeed flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years, which means I'm going to give him a chance of 120 years. I'll give him another 120 years of chance. Noah died at the age of 700. I'm giving him another 120 years. 120 years he preached. Nobody entered. Now listen to me. Come back to Genesis. This is something which has really touched me. We have shared this before. Okay. Now they are in the ark. Okay. Okay. Now 600 years old when he reached the ark. Okay, there is a verse it says that God closed the door. I don't know where it is. Yeah,
16.
yeah, verse 16.
7 verse 16. Okay.
Verse 7, verse 16.
Those which entered, male and female of all flesh, entered as God had commanded Noah, and the Lord closed
And the Lord shut it. Now
closed the
listen to
door
the-
behind them.
Okay, now they are entering the ark. All animals entered. Noah entered with the family. Okay, the Lord shut the door. Then the rain starts. Okay, now when you are in a house like this, it's raining. It don't flood in one day. Actually, when you read the Bible, it flooded in 40 days. After 40 days, within 40 days is continuously raining. 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, so when the beginning, when this runs in water, all these people know that Noah preached. Noah preached on the rain. They are seeing the rain. They are seeing the water getting high. They must have ran to the boat. They must have ran to the ark. Everything is flooding. Correct? They must have run to the ark. They must have knocked at the door. Noah might have opened. God said, don't open, I am shutting it. Chances is enough. Why am I telling this? We are at that same time. And Jesus is using the same analogy before his coming, the days of Noah. Our thinking was like, because the people are so sinful, they are committing murder, they are committing adultery, they are killing one another. That is not what is written. It is only written as they are indeed flesh, and their intent of their thought was evil. There must be people who did good deeds, but their intention was bad. I always say to all of us, you are not judged on what you did, you are always judged on why you did what you did. It is always a motive. Because when you read the scriptures, even our good deeds is filthy rags before the hands of the Lord, the Holy Lord. So what proclamation you can give there that I did this and I did that? You cannot. എന്ത് യോഗ്യത നമ്മളൊന്ന് പാടിയില്ല ഞാൻ യോഗ്യനല്ല യേശുവേ എൻ്റെ നന്മ ഭാവിക്കുക അവസാനം വരെ അത് പറയണം അവസാനം വരെ നമുക്കൊരു യോഗ്യതയില്ല എത്ര നന്മ ചെയ്താലും പിന്നെ വി ഹാവ് ദിസ് തിങ്കിങ് ലൈക്ക് ഓക്കെ ടുഡേ ഐ ഡിഡ് ദീസ് തിങ്സ് വിച്ച് ഇസ് ഗുഡ് ഇച്ചിരി പാപമുള്ള സാരമില്ല കർത്താവ് അതോട് ക്ഷമിക്കും ആ ചെയ്ത നല്ല കാര്യം വലിയ ഗമയൊന്നുണ്ടാകും നമുക്ക് പറയാൻ ഒരു ഗമയുമില്ല ഇറ്റ്സ് ഓൺലി ബിക്കോസ് ഓഫ് ഹിസ് ഗ്രേസ് വാട്ട് ക്യാൻ വി ടെൽ ടു ഹിം നത്തിങ് വി ക്യാൻ ടെൽ ടു God always wants us to submit to him. എന്ത് വന്നാലും നമ്മളെന്താ പറയുന്നത് കർത്താവ് ഞാനൊന്നും ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല എല്ലാം നീ ചെയ്തതാണ് നിന്റെ കൃപ അത് say it in an honest way with a genuine heart. So here what I'm trying to tell is this is what happens in the day of Noah, and he also said that he kept preaching. Now why am I telling this now? We are at that time. Okay, coronavirus outbreak has happened to the entire world. Noah's time, the flood happened to the entire world. People kept dying. And you see that, that coronavirus toll. Yesterday, Metro City said, when the meeting started, the number was 6,03,000 or something. The meeting ended, another 30,000. See that gap?
Lives.
People getting coronavirus. And then the number of deaths also increasing. You see that sight, okay? You see that numbers coming in, like within seconds, 1, 2, 3. You see that John Hopkins site. Nothing is stuck. Maybe China, Italy might be stuck. It is always moving. Somebody somewhere is getting this disease and getting registered. 24 hours the site is getting updated. Every moment somebody is getting. Just think in the time of Noah. Noah and his family is in the ark. People are dying. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. It must have happened near the place of Noah first. It went on. ചൈനയ്ക്ക് വന്നു, അവിടെ വന്നു, ഇവിടെ വന്നു, ഇവിടെ വന്നെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ നോഹ പ്രസംഗിച്ച സ്ഥലത്ത് നിന്ന് ഇപ്പുറത്ത് വന്നു. ഇതെല്ലാം പൊക്കോണ്ടിരിക്കുക. ഇവരുടെ രക്ഷ, വൈറസ്, വാക്സിൻ എവിടെ? നോഹയുടെ പെട്ടകം അവിടെ ചെന്ന് അടിക്കുക. കർത്താവ് അടച്ചേക്കുക. ആരും കേൾക്കുന്നു? You can't even open that door. Consider this as probably the last opportunity that we have to repent and come back to Him. We may not get another. We may not get another. So you don't know. Things are actually getting worse. Okay? Because that's what we read in, continue that verse in Matthew 24, verse 44. Okay. Watch therefore. Yeah, verse 42.
Matthew 24.
42.
So be alert,
Be alert.
for you do not know which day your Lord is coming.
Yeah.
But understand this, if the head of the house had known what time of the night the thief was coming, he would have been on the alert and would have not allowed his house to be broken into. Therefore you must also be ready, because the Son of Man is coming at an hour when you do not expect him.
Yeah.
Who then is the faithful and wise servant whom his
That's
master...
it. That's it. See that?
Because the Son of Man is coming
When
at
you
an hour.
notice now, when you are free today, from Matthew 24 continuously read, it is all on our preparation for the coming of the Lord. Next is the parable of faithful servant and the evil servant. Next is the parable of the wise and the foolish virgins.
10
Chapter
virgins.
25, 10 virgins. And that is also read 25:30, verse 30.
Therefore be on the alert,
Alright.
for you do not know the day nor the hour when the Son of Man will come.
After that is the parable of the talents,
Yes.
where we need to give an account.
Yes.
After that is the Son of Man judging the nations. Again, judgment. When was the last time we heard all these messages in our churches? Shouldn't we preach most on these things? We are still continuously pumping up our heart that, okay, this will also pass, this will also pass, this will also pass. This will pass, but next thing is coming. Already the economy is going to fall. It's already fallen. Post coronavirus, next our effort will be how to make the economy rise. Don't even think of a rise. Whatever job that you have, hold it. There will not be opening outside. You don't know. They don't have money. They don't have fund. What do you do? Because now which market is crashing? It is US market which is crashing. All of our IT companies are dependent on US market. Europe. US bottom market. UK lot of way. What is happening there? What will you do now? Economy is falling. What is that called? We have wisdom. Studying about the coming of the Antichrist in 2 Thessalonians and Revelation and in Daniel, you understand one thing. All this is giving way for that one man will come and say, I have a solution to save the world, and that is not Jesus Christ, that is Antichrist. He will bring in a solution. I don't know how and where, but that is what I can understand the scriptures. We are moving into that term. I am not here to scare anybody. Just think that you may not get another opportunity tomorrow. Things will only get worse if you study the scriptures. I can show enough number of statistics and through the scriptures, calamities, earthquakes. You know how many tornadoes happened in 2000 in US? How many? As a church, what should we do? Now, does that mean that okay, let people die? Noah didn't do that. Moses didn't do that. You understand there is something called as, I'll just quickly share all these people when you have time read, okay? God said to Noah, build an ark. Noah asked, why Lord? I'm going to save you and children. I'm so upset with this world. They grieve. If you continue like this, the world will turn out to be evil and nobody can survive. I'm going to kill them. I'm going to finish them off. You enter in. It is not written in the Bible. Noah has said, okay, I build the ark, but can I tell them this is going to happen? Somebody might listen and come to my boat. Okay, fine, go ahead. 120 years this fellow preached. Come to Moses. Okay, come to Abraham. 3 people, Genesis chapter 18, goes to Abraham and said, the Lord stood next to Abraham, which means among the 3, one was 3 angels coming and visiting Abraham, Genesis chapter 18. One was the Lord, that is Jesus Christ himself. Okay, so the Lord is telling Moses, I'm going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. Now what does Abraham do with Sodom and Gomorrah? Yes, he has. He has his nephew, Lot over there. But this Lot fellow, his servants fought with Abraham, and when Abraham asked him, what do you want, you take. He took the nice place and went. നമ്മളാണ് ഞാൻ അന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ എടുക്കണ്ട അവൻ്റെ അഹങ്കാരം ദൈവം കോപിക്കട്ടെ. No. He said, Lord, if there are 50 people, will you destroy? He said, no, Abraham. 40? No. I know I am dust and ashes. You read that. I know I am dust and ashes. If there are 10 million destroy, God said, no. I can't find even 10. He is not telling, save my Lord. He is actually interceding for Sodom and Gomorrah. He is interceding for Sodom and Gomorrah. Still, ഹൃദയത്തിലെ ആവശ്യം മറന്ന് he sends 2 angels to save Lot and family. Come to Moses. These people completely sinned. He goes to Mount Sinai. God said, I'm upset with these people. I'm going to finish off. You don't like, I'll make you a great nation. He said, Lord, don't do that. അങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യില്ല. നീ അങ്ങനെ ചെയ്താൽ the world will say that you brought these people here to destroy. God said, I'm not going to destroy. പാപം ചെയ്തത് മാത്രമേ. Come to Nehemiah. Many examples of Nehemiah when he comes to know through his brother Hanani that the temple walls are broken. What? He's in Babylon, in Susa. He's there in the king's temple in Babylon. What are you telling Hanani? Temple walls are broken. He sits for prayer. You read Nehemiah chapter 1. Yes. Lord, we have sinned. Come to Daniel chapter 9. There he has the scroll of Jeremiah with him. 70 years of exile is over. കർത്താവേ ഇപ്പോഴേ ഞങ്ങളെ തിരിച്ചയക്കണമേ എന്ന് നാം പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുമ്പോൾ and he is continuously praying. Again, we have sinned. ഞങ്ങൾ പാപം ചെയ്തു. Daniel is one of the most perfect human beings in the Old Testament. I don't see any blame written by Daniel. Baki, everybody has some problem. At least one. Daniel is one other person who the Lord comes and says, with you I am well pleased. Yeah? Oh, blessed man of God. നിന്റെ പ്രാർത്ഥന വളരെ കേൾക്കുന്ന ആളാണ്. അത്രയ്ക്ക് ശക്തമായ ഒരു മനുഷ്യൻ. He is so powerful man. Very humble servant. Always glorified the Lord. Daniel is a wonderful example of an introvert. How God can use. ആരുടെ മിണ്ടത്തില്ല. Very shy person. God loved him. And he prayed. And how he prayed, Lord, we have sinned. That is intercession. All these people are there thinking, നമുക്കും അതേ പറയാൻ പറ്റത്തുള്ളൂ. ഈ കൊറോണ വൈറസ് ഒത്തരയ്ക്ക് വരാനുള്ള കാരണം ഞങ്ങൾ പാപം ചെയ്തു. അവർ പാപം ചെയ്തെന്ന് പറയണ്ട, ഞങ്ങൾ പാപം ചെയ്തു. There was a responsibility of the church and we have failed miserably. I can easily say we have failed miserably. And don't worry. We are the children of the Lord. We have accepted Him as our Lord. If we have the desire to be continuously faithful, don't forget Revelation 3:10, as I said the other day. He is a Lord. He will protect us from His great hour of trial. He will protect us from great hour of trial. Not because something which we did, but because of His grace and mercy. So consider this as a last opportunity. Probably we have always should consider that. Let's pray and close. Tathavi so. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. മലിനമായ കാഴ്ചകൾ, അശുദ്ധമായ ചിന്തകൾ, മലിനമാക്കി കണ്ണുകളെ അശുദ്ധമാക്കി മാനസം മലിനമാക്കി കണ്ണുകളെ അശുദ്ധമാക്കി മാനസം ദൈവമേ സ്നേഹസ്വരൂപനേ എന്നെ നീ തള്ളിയിടല്ലേ ദൈവമേ സ്നേഹസ്വരൂപനേ ഞങ്ങളെ നീ തള്ളിയിടല്ലേ സന്താപത്താൽ വിളിക്കുന്നേ ദോഷിയെ രക്ഷിക്കണേ സന്താപത്താൽ വിളിക്കുന്നേ ദോഷിയെ നീക്കണേ നിന്റെ സ്നേഹം അറിഞ്ഞിട്ടും നിന്നെ സ്നേഹിച്ചില്ല ഞാൻ നിന്റെ സ്നേഹം അറിഞ്ഞിട്ടും നിന്നെ സ്നേഹിച്ചില്ല ഞാൻ അശുദ്ധനായി മനസ്സം അന്ധമായി കണ്ണുകളെ ഇപ്പോഴിതാ നിൻ പാദത്തിൽ കുമ്പിടും നീയേഴനാൻ ഇപ്പോഴിതാ നിൻ പാദത്തിൽ കുമ്പിടും നീയേഴനാൻ ഉൾഭൂമിയിലെ ശുദ്ധി ചെയ്തു ജീവിപ്പിക്കാദോഷിയെ ഉൾഭൂമിയിലെ ശുദ്ധി ചെയ്തു ജീവിപ്പിക്കാദോഷിയെ ദൈവമേ സ്നേഹസ്വരൂപനേ എന്നെ നീ തള്ളിയിടല്ലേ സന്താപത്താൽ വിളിക്കുന്നേ ദോഷിയെ രക്ഷിക്കണേ സന്താപത്താൽ വിളിക്കുന്നേ ദോഷിയെ രക്ഷിക്കണേ. എന്റെ ദൈവമേ ഞങ്ങളോട് നീ ക്ഷമിക്കണം മാനസാന്തരപ്പെടാൻ എനിക്കൊരു അവസരം കിട്ടിയില്ലെങ്കിലോ കർത്താവേ ഞങ്ങളിത് ആ മാനസാന്തരപ്പെടാൻ തയ്യാറായി ഞങ്ങൾ ഇവിടെ നിൽക്കുന്നപ്പോൾ ഞങ്ങളുടെ രക്തത്താൽ ഞങ്ങളെ കഴുകി ശുദ്ധീകരിക്കണമേ കർത്താവേ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇടുവരുന്ന് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കണം. We want to pray, no? We want to be prayer warriors. കർത്താവേ ശദ്രക് മേശക് അബേദ്നെഗോ ഇസ്രായേൽ ഭാരന്മാരെ നീ സ്നേഹിച്ചു. അവരും ഉണർന്നു നിന്നു. ഞങ്ങളെ ഉണർന്നു നിൽക്കാൻ നീ സഹായിക്കണമേ. ഞങ്ങൾ ഓരോരുത്തരും കർത്താവ് ഭാവികളായ മനുഷ്യർ ഞങ്ങളോട് നീ ക്ഷമിക്കണമേ. മനസാന്തരപ്പെടാൻ നാളെ ഒരു അവസരം കിട്ടിയില്ലെങ്കിലോ കർത്താവ് അതുകൊണ്ട് ഞങ്ങളുടെ പാപങ്ങളെല്ലാം ഏറ്റുപറയണം. ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഭാവിയ ഞങ്ങളോട് ക്ഷമിക്കണമേ, കഴുകണം, ശുദ്ധീകരിക്കണമേ. ഇടവലി നിൽക്കുവാൻ ഞങ്ങൾ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നു കർത്താവ്. യു ആർ സ്പീക്കിംഗ് ത്രൂ ദിസ് കൊറോണ വൈറസ് ടു ദിസ് ചർച്ച്. Many people are dying. Who will stand with me in the gap? Jesus Christ telling to Peter in the Garden of Gethsemane, Peter, you said to me that you will be standing with me. You said to me that you will even die for me, but now you are sleeping. Can't you watch with me for 1 hour? Can't you watch with me for 1 hour? I am in pain, I am in agony, says the Lord. And all these judgment is happening towards this earth, and all this God's wrath is happening to the people who are continuously sinning. Jesus asking his church, wake up. Can you watch with me for 1 hour at least? കർത്താവേ ഞങ്ങളുടെ മടി ഞങ്ങൾ സമർപ്പിക്കുന്നു. We all are lazy people. ഞങ്ങളോട് ക്ഷമിക്കണം. Reason is because we are listening to our flesh. Hallelujah. The Bible says, watch and pray, for your spirit is willing, but your flesh is weak. We want to give and listen to the voice of the Lord, voice of the Holy Spirit. Father Lord, Peter writes, all this is going to end in fire. Because of that, how holy you must live. How with God fearing you must live. കർത്താവേ, ഞങ്ങൾ ആവശ്യമില്ലാത്തതൊക്കെ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്, ഞങ്ങൾ ആവശ്യമില്ലാത്തത് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്, ഞങ്ങൾ ആവശ്യമില്ലാത്തത് കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്, ഞങ്ങൾ ഇതെല്ലാം ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഞങ്ങൾ പിന്നെയും ചെയ്യാനുള്ള സാധ്യതകളാണ് കൂടുതൽ. ഞങ്ങളെ കൊണ്ട് പറ്റത്തില്ലപ്പാ. നിന്റെ പരിശുദ്ധാത്മാവായി ഞങ്ങളെ നിറയ്ക്കണം. Ephesians chapter 5 this says that redeeming the time knowing it is evil. Hallelujah. Live as wise people. Hallelujah. Knowing the situation. Live as wise people. Do not be drunk in wine, but be filled in the Holy Spirit. Lord, being with you is the most joyful experience that we want to have. The reason why we are not feeling this joy is because we find entertainment in something else. Father, forgive us. കർത്താവേ, എല്ലാം മറന്ന് അങ്ങേ കാണാനും അങ്ങയോട് വസിക്കാനും അങ്ങയോട് ജീവിക്കാനും നിത്യതയിൽ എടുക്കപ്പെടണം എന്നുള്ള ആഗ്രഹത്തോടിരിക്കാൻ കർത്താവ് സഹായിക്കണം. തിരികെ പോലെ നടത്തണമേ കർത്താവേ. ഇത്രയും സമയം ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് നീ തന്നുവല്ലോ. ഇവിടെ എഴുന്നേറ്റ് പോകുമ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ എൻ്റെ ദൈവം സംസാരിച്ച കാര്യങ്ങൾ ചിന്തിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കാൻ നോഹയുടെ കാലഘട്ടം പോലാണ് ഞങ്ങൾ അറിയുന്നപ്പാ. Everybody fell. And that is what is going to happen at the end of the ages. Jesus said that. Hallelujah. When the Son of Man comes, will he find faith? He kept on telling this, and one day Peter and all asked, Lord, only few will be saved? Jesus said, strive hard to enter through the narrow gate. Strive hard to enter through the narrow gate. It's not easy. It is never easy. Lord Jesus, hallelujah. By your grace, we stand. Help us to stand forward. Tomorrow we might fall. കർത്താവെ, അതിനു മുമ്പ് നീ വരണേ. നമുക്കറിയില്ല എത്രയും വേഗം എൻ്റെ കർത്താവ് വരണമേ. എത്രയും വേഗം എൻ്റെ കർത്താവ് വരണമേ. ഞങ്ങളുടെ സഭ ഉറങ്ങിക്കിടക്കുക, ദൈവസഭ ഉറങ്ങിക്കിടക്കുക. ഉയർത്തണമേ, ഉണർത്തണമേ. ഈ ദിവസങ്ങളിൽ മറ്റുള്ളവരുടെ സുവിശേഷം പറയാൻ കർത്താവ് ഈ ഭവനം ഞങ്ങൾ ഇനി ശനിയാഴ്ച ഞായറാഴ്ച ഇവിടെ ആരാധിക്കാനും പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കാനും ഇരിക്കുമ്പോൾ കർത്താവ് ചുറ്റുവട്ടുള്ള ആൾക്കാർ കർത്താവെ, ഞങ്ങളിവിടെ പാടുന്നതും പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുന്നതും മറ്റുള്ളവർക്ക് ഒരു അനുഗ്രഹമായി മാറാനിടയാകണമേ. Bring in the people, Lord. Hallelujah. By the Spirit, hallelujah. I feel that, hallelujah. This is the Lord's doing. God wants to use us in this place. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. People will come and knock at our door asking for help. Times are going to be dangerous. Times are going to be, hallelujah, very, very dangerous. കർത്താവെ, നീ അടച്ചിട്ട വാതിലാണ് തുറക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല. അതിനു മുമ്പ് പ്രസംഗിക്കുവാൻ, help us to be preachers like Noah, to continuously preach, telling that when you go on like this, it will be doomed. കർത്താവെ, വഴിയും വാതിലും തുറക്കണമേ. Thank you so much for this boldness. Thank you so much for this faith. And we all know that you have forgiven our sins, Master. Thank you, Lord. Thank you so much for giving us one more opportunity to serve you and worship you in all glory. Hallelujah. Let our repentance be true, Master. Let our repentance be true. Hallelujah. Jonah preached. The people fasted. Hallelujah. They repented. But when God saw their actions, that they were not doing the previous one, then the Lord decided not to do to them what he decided to do. അതുപോലൊരു പ്രവർത്തനം ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഹൃദയങ്ങളിൽ കർത്താവ് തരണമേ. നിന്റെ നാമം മഹത്വപ്പെടട്ടപ്പാ. You are still reigning, and on one day, at a time which we do not expect, you will be coming. Hallelujah. We are looking for that time. We are looking for that glory. Hallelujah. അവൻ വരുന്ന നാളിൽ എൻ്റെ കരം പിടിച്ചു തൻ്റെ മാറോട് ചേർത്തിടുമേ. അവൻ വരുന്ന നാളിൽ എൻ്റെ കരം പിടിച്ചു തൻ്റെ മാറോട് ചേർത്തിടുമേ. ആ സമൂഹമതിൽ അമ്മകത്തനുമായി ആതുഘോഷിക്കും സന്തോഷത്താൽ. ആ സമൂഹമതിൽ അമ്മകത്തനുമായി ആതുഘോഷിക്കും സന്തോഷത്താൽ. ആനന്ദമേ, പരമാനന്ദമേ, ഇത് സ്വർഗീയ സന്തോഷമേ. ഈ പാതലത്തിൽ സൃഷ്ടികർത്തനവൻ എൻ്റെ ഉള്ളത്തിൽ വന്നതിനാ. ഈ പാതലത്തിൽ സൃഷ്ടികർത്തനവൻ എൻ്റെ ഉള്ളത്തിൽ വന്നതിനാൽ. ഹല്ലേലൂയ. നിന്റെ വരവ് നാം കാത്തിരിക്കുന്നപ്പോൾ അതനുസരിച്ച് ഞങ്ങൾ ഹൃദയങ്ങളെ ഒരുക്കണമേ, പ്രാർത്ഥന കേൾക്കണമേ, യേശുവിന്റെ നാമത്തിൽ തന്നെ. ആമേൻ. ഹല്ലേലൂയ. ഹല്ലേലൂയ. May the love of the Lord Jesus Christ, hallelujah, grace of the Lord Father and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with each one of us from now and forever.
Amen.